Okay, so pretty much the name of the game today is keeping it simple. Keeping it simple, doing the easy thing, because God knows everything else is fucked up right now. Let's get all this here. There we go. Alright. That's going to have to saute a minute because not only did I not melt the butter before I put all this stuff in there, I didn't even have the heat up very high. So this is managing to already complicate a simple dish. We've gone ahead and made a mess of things. Okay, that's better. That's it looks a bit more like it. Anyway, yeah. So speaking of fucking up simple things, there's so much going on. But just I want to read you something real quick. It's we learned this week that NOPD doesn't know how to count. This is a story from the Lens. Chief Ferguson had a press conference this week to talk about how good a job they're actually doing, even though you may be mad at them. You may not have known that the police department is actually doing a lot of things to ensure that their practices are constitutional and really keeping you safe and never mind how many people are murdered or abused. Let's see, where's the part that I wanted to read to you? It says, so Ferguson says, we are here to inform our city, our communities of their New Orleans Police Department's accomplishments thus far. While there is much work to be done, there is much that we should be proud of. Ferguson said that on the national level, the NOPD is on the forefront of reform efforts. He says, people are calling for a wholesale change of what policing looks like in America, said Ferguson. But in New Orleans, we are well ahead of the curve when it comes to effective police reform and a commitment to constitutional policing. Are they really ahead of the curve? Maybe they need to learn, just to begin with, how to count. You read down the article, it says NOPD and the mayor's office have been recently touting the department's compliance with the national hashtag 8Can'tWait campaign, which is a set of reforms started by Campaign Zero. The campaign advocates for police departments to adopt 8 use-of-force policies that the organization argues would reduce harm caused by police departments. And you may have seen them tweeting about this last week. Some of them are a ban on chokeholds, a de-escalation requirement, and a duty to intervene when an officer sees a fellow officer using excessive force. And that's part of what the police calls their EPIC training program. Going on. Earlier this month, the department claimed in a tweet it had adopted 6 of those 8 protocols, including a provision that officers issue a warning before shooting, along with exhausting all alternatives before shooting. And then, so they had 6 of them. And then days later, Mayor Cantrell tweeted that the department was in compliance with all 8 of the directives. And at the press conference on Thursday, Ferguson said that, in fact, the department was in compliance with all 8, and the first tweet by NOPD was a mistake. So, you might be mad right now, but they're getting better. They're learning their numbers. So, patience. So, wait, hang on. I know there's there it is. 1, 2. It's supposed to be thick. This is why I was saying earlier, this is a controversial thing that I'm making here, because even as simple as it looks, there's people who are going to tell you that it's it's supposed to be like a thin kind of gumbo-y stew type of a thing, but I don't really think so. This is supposed to have some heft to it, or at least that's the way I was always raised. It's fine if you over thicken it, because you can always just kind of throw in a little broth. Some people, oh, good Lord. See, another point of controversy. I have seen people thin this out with plain water. You can use seafood stock. That would be pretty good. Actually, probably if you're doing this the non-simple way. But remember, I began by saying we're doing this definitely the simple way. I would recommend maybe having some seafood stock on hand. But since I don't, just people don't give a shit. It's got a little something to it, and that's fine. Oh, but wait! I forgot to tell you about the kicker to that Ferguson story. So here's the funny part. At the end, the Campaign Zero platform that all of them are touting now or hiding behind. The lens also adds in the story, which is only appropriate that they would note this. It says Campaign Zero itself acknowledged on the 8 Can't Wait website that the campaign unintentionally detracted from efforts of fellow organizers invested in paradigmatic shifts that are newly possible in this moment, and apologized. So basically what they're saying is that, yeah, that platform we came up with that we've been promoting and everyone has glommed onto and has basically co-opted, that's not enough, and we don't even think it's enough. So anyone promoting their implementation of our 8 steps now, they're actually behind the curve, contrary to Ferguson's claims at the beginning of that. To tell you what's in here, it's just thyme, marjoram, the red stuff, and some of the white stuff, a little bit of the black stuff, and salt. That's it. Again, keeping it simple. Now, look, there are people who will sometimes want to go with no, don't. That's not for this. Now, I've seen it happen before. I've seen people put them in there. I've seen people put tomato paste in there before. But look at it. Look. See, look. They're. Oh man, look at that. It's very red. They're still in season, or they're at the end of it. But no, we're not going with that. This is what we're going with. Simple. Anyway, I said earlier that this is supposed to have some heft to it. This is kind of loose, but I don't know. That might be good enough. In any case, it's okay because you can add, when you put this stuff in there, look at that. Well, with one hand, it's not really going all that great. Give me a minute. There we go. Yeah, so, yeah, look, hey, also, Louisiana crawfish, please do not buy that Chinese shit. They got they got whatever, lead in it and radioactive waste, whatever the hell they find in the crawfish ponds in China. Probably in your Louisiana crawfish too, but, we like to, at least somebody in the U.S. is making money off of it, and that's really what America's all about, right? Anyway, I was saying that if you have it a little too thin, and you make sure you squeeze enough of the fat out of this packaging, you should have a little bit of a thickening agent in there. Of course, it's really great if you have your own boiled crawfish and you save the fat from there, and you can really add that to the pan, and you have something a little bit nicer. But again, keeping it simple. This is going to be it. But also making sure that we add at least one more dimension to it. Just put a little lemon juice in there. That's the catch-all fix to everything that could be wrong in the world. And then, hang on, a little bit of this